Welcome to the Becks, a podcast that explores multimedia horror with host Becky and Sydney. Join us as we talk about movies, books, video games, music, and much, much more.
Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Sydney Rebecca.
And I'm Rebecca Snow.
And we're the Becks.
So tonight, it is just me, Becky. Sydney wasn't feeling well at work today, so she decided to skip recording, and I didn't want to leave a Thursday without an episode. We don't want to get behind or have skipped weeks where we are not uploading at least a short episode. So you get me and me alone. I was going to have my son come in and talk a little bit about what got him into the horror genre and what he loves about it. But he's not feeling well tonight either. So unfortunately, you guys just get me talking to myself or to you, but rambling. What got me into the horror genre was just I liked being scared when I was young. My dad liked to scare me a lot. I had two older brothers that terrorized me. So the adrenaline, I think, is what got me going. I don't like it so much anymore because I'm old and I might have a heart attack. You never know. It could happen. I am excited about upcoming episodes that we are going to have. Sydney and I are going to be talking about Edgar Allan Poe short stories in the next week or so. And then we will be doing an episode on a book that we picked up in the summer by an author named Nicole Beauchamp. I'm not sure that's how she pronounces it, so I apologize if that's wrong. Her last name is spelled B as in boy, E-A-U-C-H-A-M-P. And the book that we purchased is called Haunted Detroit. Nicole is actually going to be at the Oddities Festival in Flint that we will be presenting at as well. So if you come to that, you'll get to meet her, and she has many books about haunted places, haunted areas. She does ghost hunting. She does a lot of things. We talked to her when she was doing a book signing in Frankenmuth, Michigan, and it was really exciting to meet her, someone in the genre that we love. So I'm excited to see her again. We did discuss this festival when Sydney and I first talked to her. So we're excited to see her there. We're excited to do our presentation. We have been talking a lot about what we'd like to do, and I think we're just going to discuss what got us into the genre, what made us decide to do a podcast, why we continue to do the podcast, what our favorites are, things like that. Not a very long presentation, about a half an hour, and we can talk a lot, as you know. So that's exciting. That's just a little bit away. We will be going to Iceland in 2 weeks, and there are a couple places that we've looked at that are haunted, supposedly. So we're looking at maybe taking some footage there, doing a live there on our TikTok, which I will link in our Facebook, so you can look it up and add us on TikTok. There's a lot that we want to do and things that we've been talking about. We just have to get our ducks in a row to do it. So, scary stories. I was born shortly before Halloween, so my birthday parties were a lot of times Halloween themed. And I had a couple girlfriends over one year, and my dad, who has been on my mind a lot lately, he passed away when I was 22. He encouraged us to go out ghost hunting. We lived on 70 acres. 30, I think, was woods, 40 was field. It was a huge property, and it was pitch black at night. When it was dark, especially in the fall. And so my girlfriends and I were sneaking out, walking down the porch, getting just to the end of the house where we would have been going out to the field, and my dad fired his shotgun out the window and scared us to death. I can remember my heart pounding so fast, we all screamed and ran in. If you've listened to episodes previously, you know my story about the graveyard and my brother and his best friend at the time. My older brother used to tell me that I had a baby sister buried underneath my bed. I have mentioned that before. He also used to make my girlfriend and I stand with our hand on the wall because there was a magical world behind the wall. So I guess kind of being scared and teased like that just brought my love for adrenaline rush that, you're sitting on the edge of your seat. I am not a huge person that's into gore. I can take it. I'll watch it. But I really like the psychological thrillers that make you think, or things that can really happen. Things that keep you on the edge of your seat and jump scares. And yeah, I like those things a lot. I have a lot of friends that enjoy horror. My son has a good friend who actually is designing horror t-shirts. And I will do a link to their website as well. He is a veteran, super nice guy. He's always been really nice to my son and to me, and he actually helped take care of my mom at the nursing facility at one point, and he's a good guy. So shout out to Richard and his wife. Hopefully they will be at the festival that we are going to be at in June as well. That would be wonderful. We would love to see them. I do have an idea for a shirt that I would love for them to design. I just have to get a hold of them. So if you're listening to this, Richard, give me a shout out, a message, and I will let you know what I'm interested in because I would love that. Again, I'm rambling. So what makes you love the horror genre? What makes you jump at night? What makes you scared? Do you like it? Do you not? I have a lot of friends that won't listen to the podcast because they're terrified of scary things. And I wish they would listen because we're funny. We don't really go into super depth about the terrifyingness of things. We just talk a little bit about the movies or books or music or whatever. I have literally been talking to myself for 8 minutes and it seems like forever. I really wish I had someone to discuss things with. So I'm starting a new audiobook. I just downloaded it. You think I could remember the name of it? Anathema, The Eating Woods, #1. I don't know how it's going to be. No idea. So I'm excited to start that. And I believe it's the first in a series, but I really haven't done my research like I should. But I am excited about that as well. And I will share it with Sydney. And maybe if it's good, she'll take a listen and we'll talk about that too. We are hopefully going to go this summer to some creepy places and just do some TikTok videos, maybe do a little research and talk about those places so we can share that with you. We really haven't done any of that other than we went to the haunted house, Erebus in Pontiac. But to go to actual places where people say they're haunted and just do some observing. And I'm not staying the night at places, so you can ask me to, but I'm not doing it. I don't tempt fate like that. Sydney probably would. I'm too scared to do that thing. I'm old. Again, I'm old. I don't want to take that chance. You never know what might happen. I want to live a little longer. I don't have much longer to live in as it is. I don't need to tempt fate or bring something weird home with me. I don't think Roger would be happy if I brought some kind of entity home with me. That would not be a good thing. I talk to myself at work all day long. It's just something I do when I'm frustrated or worked up because things aren't going well. I bill insurance, so that will tell you all you need to know. And it's not really that hard to talk to myself all day long, but it's not really that easy to talk about things when you're alone. I need my Sydney, that's for sure. So in this book that Nicole has written, she does a Haunted America series. I'm just going to read one of her stories. And this is the Haunted Detroit book, and this is all hers. All credit goes to Nicole. I don't want to slaughter her name again. So I'm going to read The Hotel of Horrors. Often compared to the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles, California, the Detroit Leland Hotel, simply known as the Leland, emits a heaviness that can make even the strongest person weak. Walking down the dimly lit hallways gives you the same feeling that is experienced when you are told a loved one has passed. Perhaps that is because the Leland has been witness to an exceedingly high number of suicides, murders, accidents, acts of violence, and overdoses since its opening on April 20th, 1927. Isn't that interesting? Don't you want to read the rest of it? And there is so much. The book itself is actually over 100 pages. So look her up. Look her up online. You can find her books. Go to the Oddities Fest at Crossroads Village on June 21st and 22nd, actually. You'll see the author of Haunted Detroit as well as the Becks. Lots going on those 2 days, and we hope you all come out if you can make it. Share it with your friends. Make it a trip. Even if it's 2-3 hours away, it's a fun weekend. Get a room, stay down, go the 2 days. So Sydney and I are going to read the Haunted Detroit book, and we are going to share with you probably our favorite parts of it, what we'd like to go see. We were in Detroit at Christmas time, and I probably should have read this, and we could have gone and seen at least one of the places. Again, I'm not staying in any of them, but I would gladly go see them. Although I wonder if Fox Theater is known to be haunted, because we were there. There were 1,000 people, lots and lots and lots of people there. And it's a beautiful venue. But I wonder if they are, it's an old building, so I wonder if that one might be a little haunted. Do you believe that people coming to you in your dreams is hauntings? Or do you think it's just your mind bringing them back so you can see them? Do you think it's a visit from them? From the afterworld? I'm not sure how I believe on that, but I had a really vivid dream of my dad last week, and it really didn't bother me, but it bothered me that I woke up. I kind of wanted to stay in that dream and hang out with him and talk to him. And sometimes I wonder if it's our subconscious or if it is actually them haunting us, coming to see us, or just them coming to pay us a visit. What are your thoughts on that? It's been another long week at work. We're super busy. Lots going on there. At our work, I swear that place is haunted. I hate being there after hours and by myself. There are a lot of noises that come out of the crawl space, and we always joke that there's a crawl space monster. It just has a weird feeling when no one's there. I'm never freaked out when people are there with me. Doors are open, people are coming and going, but I do not like it when I'm there alone. And it used to be a grocery store and then an ice cream shop and I don't know, other things. Fish cleaning station, people said. There's a lot that goes on there apparently. Hoping to have a really scary costume party for Halloween this year, which is close to my birthday, as I said earlier. Any ideas for a theme that any of you would like to share? I really don't know what I want to do. I'd like to have an all-adult party. Most of my friends, their children are all grown now, so that's totally doable. We can even have the children because they're grown adults and have a little fun. Easter is coming. Are there any scary things associated with Easter? We should watch a scary Easter movie. I'm sure there's something terrifying. Easter bunnies are terrifying. I'm going to look up those scary Easter bunny costumes and share those on, I'll probably do a video with TikTok. I don't know if I'm legally allowed to do that. That would be cool. Or find a scary Easter bunny movie. Because Easter bunny costumes are scary. I don't like them. Have you seen some of them from back in the day? Terrifying. Poor children, you had to have totally caused thousands of dollars in therapy if you made your kids go to see that kind of Easter bunny. There's some really scary ones out there. I'm just looking up right now to see Easter horror movies. There is. Ooh. There is Holidays. I don't know what that's about. It revolves around 8 different holidays, and Easter is one of them. St. Patrick's Day, really? Okay, I guess people celebrate that a lot. I don't. Oh, Kevin Smith's in it. And Seth Green. Oh, I might have to watch that movie. It sounds dumb and stupid and will make me laugh. That was a 2016 movie. Bunny Man Massacre. When a maniac in a rabbit suit embarks on a killing spree, a storekeeper decides to take advantage of the situation. Yeah, we should do that. That one just sounds dumb. It has a 20% on Rotten Tomatoes. What do you think? Has anyone watched Bunny Man Massacre? And no, there's just Bunny Man. A clan of cannibals, including a madman in a rabbit suit, terrorizes a group of friends. That's 22% on Rotten Tomatoes. Holidays is 50%. We're getting somewhere. Ooh, Beaster Day. That's Easter with a B. That doesn't have a rating. It just says a wannabe actress and a crazy dog catcher step in to save the day after a giant bloodthirsty Easter bunny launches a vicious attack on their town. Easter bunny, kill, kill. Oh, that has 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. Dressed as the Easter Bunny, a madman targets vile lowlifes who torment a boy. And it has a 100% Rotten Tomato rating. I am going to send that to Sydney. That would be interesting. I think we'll do that one for Easter before we leave for our trip. Oh, another one, family dinner. Oh, yep. Found a couple. Have you watched any of these? Family dinner. That is a creepy looking film. I'm just looking at the covers. That one has a 100% rating too. Easter Bloody Easter, that's 75% Rotten Tomatoes. So we have a couple choices. Which one would you guys vote for? I think I'll do a poll on Facebook. So we're looking at Easter Bunny Kill, Family Dinner, or Easter Bloody Easter. Maybe we'll watch all three and just do a whole Easter series. We could do an Easter horror series. That would be interesting. We do have a few weeks that we want to get done and have an episode come out when we are gone as well, because I actually are leaving on a Thursday. We'll be back on a Tuesday. So we want to have everything lined up for you so you get your episodes right away and that we don't miss any, because we hate being behind. We did get behind before and we just don't want to fall behind like that again. So yeah, I think we will do a poll. We'll do the first one that you pick for our main one, and then a couple more episodes with the other two. I don't know how much bloody Easter movies you can watch, but we can do a whole series. There's 3 that have pretty good ratings, and that might be fun. I have a lot to edit of myself talking, and that's crazy. And yeah, I've only talked for 22 minutes. 22 minutes is a long time to talk to yourself. I think you're kind of crazy if you sit around and talk to yourself for 22 minutes, but hence, I'm really into the horror genre and love the podcast and love creepy things. And so I guess I'm crazy. Never said I wasn't. Someone might say I am. I live with Roger. He probably thinks I am. And then after Easter, we go into May. It's hard to believe it's already April. And in May, I don't think we have anything planned. I would like to do a fun series in May, like when we did the vampire series. Maybe there's something we can pick for May. We'll do April. We'll do some episodes on the Scary Bunny stuff. We do have, like I said, the Edgar Allan Poe. Maybe in May we'll do the Haunted Detroit, so that way it's leading up to our presentation in June, and will be fresh in everybody's minds when that time comes for our presentation and to meet Nicole. I think you would really love it. She's got a lot of information, a lot of cool information about the state of Michigan and haunted places, as well as around the world. She has traveled and she takes people on ghost hunts and does a lot for the paranormal community as well. And she's a massage therapist. How can you go wrong? So horror and massage, I think that's a great combination. If you could see any kind of business that was horror based, what kind of business would you want to see? Would it be a restaurant, like a horror themed restaurant with crazy foods, or just a crazy theme with amazing foods? I mean, you can have crazy foods that are amazing too, but you could have the food themed as looking bloody and gross as well. Or you could just have phenomenal food in an environment that brings out the best of the horror genre. Or would you like to see a bar that's decorated or that's horror themed, or I don't know. I'm trying to think of things. You find the stores that are horror themed and they have things like that, but where else? What else? When we went to New Orleans, we went to an amazing speakeasy that was vampire themed, and I absolutely loved it. It was the best night we had when we were there. So much fun. We had a great time. We sat in that environment and enjoyed every minute, and Sydney got her picture taken with the vampire. Now, of course, she couldn't see him because he's a vampire, right? But he was there. It was amazing. So would it be something like that? What would you like to see? What kind of business would you like to see based on the horror genre? Comment either on this episode or go to our Facebook and comment there. That would be cool to know. I like that idea. Maybe that'll be a poll too. I think that would be a fun idea to do. So this episode is going to be very short once I edit it, but I just wanted to come on here, post something for you guys. It feels weird not having Sydney here talking with me. But again, we didn't want to leave dead air for this week. So I am recording, I am editing, and I will be posting it. And she, of course, will be back on our next episode. Today the pod, tomorrow the world. My name is Rebecca Snow, and Sydney Rebecca will be back with us next week.